My mic is Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, or probably even good evening. Just to be sure that you hear us. If you hear, maybe those who are on the call, maybe you can just give a thumbs up so that I know that you hear me clearly. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, or probably even good evening. Uh, just to be sure that you hear us. If you hear, maybe those who are on the call, maybe you can just give a thumbs up so that I know that you hear me clearly. Good morning. Uh, just to be sure that you hear us. If you hear, maybe those who are on the call, maybe you can just give a thumbs up so that I know that you hear me clearly. Good morning. Just to be sure that you. So we are right on time and we are starting. I'll just make sure that all the speakers are on the call this morning. We have, I don't know if Ife is here. If you're here, please can you indicate? Madam Yankee, I don't know if you are connected. I know you are connected. I don't know if you're able to talk now as a speaker.
Good
I'm
morning.
checking to see.
Can you hear me?
All right,
Hello,
good.
everyone.
Yes,
Hello.
okay.
Hello, good morning.
Thanks. Okay. Checking to see if Clem, are you here and able to speak? Can you just test your mic?
Please, I would want to request that you create the room for interpreters so that I could interpret to French.
Hi, Simplis. Normally I'm not the one doing that. I thought the interpreter is already in the room. Okay, so we will start in a few minutes, like in 11:05 specifically, and this will really be a very short meeting, hopefully. So just put your seatbelts on. We'll take off in few minutes. Okay, hello everybody. You're welcome to this meeting, to this opening ceremony. Please just write down in the chat where you're coming from. Even if you're watching us on YouTube, just put down your name, the country in which you're watching us from, and welcome and congratulations once more to everyone that was selected for this training. Just to say that there's interpretation. Now it will be tricky for those who are on YouTube, I think, to get the interpretation. They're not able to change. But well, I really hope that you manage. But for those who are on Zoom, we are really apologies. Our Zoom is not able to carry the number of people that we have on this call at this moment. So we had to do part. Some of the people are watching from YouTube. But for those who are on Zoom, you are able to get interpretation, and I really hope that you are getting me very clearly. Now, without further ado, and without further taking more of your time, I'll invite the first speaker, who is Ife, from Impact Her. Ife, are you on the call, or is somebody speaking on her behalf? She is to deliver the opening remarks for this ceremony. So I'll just call on Ife. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. So we'll first of all listen to the Africa Educates Her theme song. Then we'll receive the first speaker. So I'll just share my screen and then we can proceed. Thanks.
Success, you can hear me, there's no sound.
Okay, I think, is there sound now?
No.
Close
Okay,
your mouth about the things go on your area, girl. They say you're too weak, too vain to care. They say your voice too high, your skills too low, but you do know.
Sound. We can't hear anything.
Well, it's just what they say. Who is this African girl? Who is this Ugandan girl? Tell me, who is this Nigerian girl? Yeah. Do we know, do we know, do we know?
Hi, Success.
Do we
Do you
know?
mind checking on the sound of the video? You're not able to hear from our end.
Do you hear the sound? Just checking. Hi, colleagues. I've paused the video, but do you hear the sound now?
Yes, the sound was coming actually.
Oh, okay.
Afrique, Ife, Smarty. They say close your mouth about the things going on in your area, girl. They say you're too weak, too vain to care. They say your heels too high. Well, that's just what they say. But who is this African girl? Who is this Ugandan girl? Tell me, who is this Nigerian girl?
Hmm?
Do we know? Do we know?
Moi, je vous ai dit 500 personnes, vous avez dit que ça
Do
tombe.
we know? I've got a future and a dream. It's you from the blue. More than what your eyes can see. Your eyes can see. History, my destiny. More than I know.
À la femme, la fille, la mère et la reine, celles qui sont bien loin de nos lycées, nos collèges. Et comme Afrique, d'Aïfé, dans nos contrées, je vois les mêmes prisonnières sans éducation, les victimes des mêmes pièges. Ramener nos femmes et filles sur les bancs d'une Afrique qui éduque. Où sont les hommes chantant les cantiques, les profs de cette lutte? Je vois des mâles convaincus, je vois des hommes engagés, je vois des flammes dans nos rues, je vois des femmes diplômées. Éduquer une femme, c'est fabriquer les pères de demain. Éduquer une fille, c'est éviter des drames sans fin. L'agenda n'a pas changé, ça reste le 2063. Pour toutes les filles de ce monde, faut y mettre toute notre foi. Je suis la Sud-Afrique, le Congo et le Tchad. Yeah. Tunisie, le type de le Maroc. Depuis la fille mauritanienne, de l'Ouganda, du Rwanda. Éthiopie. Tanzanie.
Africa educates her. The agenda is still the same. Agenda 2063.
Wow, wow, wow. That was the theme song for the campaign, the Africa Educates Her campaign that is run by or spearheaded by the African Union International Center for Girls and Women's Education in Africa. It's a continental campaign geared at keeping girls in school because it has been noticed that many girls tend to drop out of school, especially during emergency crisis. So this campaign was a response from the African Union to say, keep girls in school so that we can empower their future. And I hope that you enjoyed the song as much as I did. Now, without further ado, we'll go to the next item on our agenda, which are opening remarks from Ife Ukala, who is the CEO and founder of Impact Her.
Vamos agora
She's
ter
here
a
with us on the
intervenção
call.
da AU-CIEFFA.
que é a CEO da Impact, né? Tivemos há pouco a acompanhar um vídeo que faz menção à importância das meninas poderem serem inclusas nas escolas,
Okay, so I'm listening, I'm hearing a Portuguese interpreter. Can she be put in the interpretation room, please? Thank you. All right, so I'll give the floor to Ife. Ife, you're welcome for your opening remarks.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, I guess, depending on what time zone you are on. It is such a pleasure to speak with you all this morning. But first and foremost, I would like to say a huge thank you to the AU-CIEFFA team for the continued partnership on this program. I believe this is the third year in a row we're doing this. So it's really been amazing and seeing the impact from this. So thank you to the AU-CIEFFA team, Madam Simone, Success, Babukar, Eric, and so forth for your continuous hard work on this project. And obviously, thank you to my team as well, to the Impact Hub team for working really hard on this. At this point, I say a huge welcome to all the participants. You should really applaud yourself for being able to make it to this stage. We received over 32,000 applications across Africa. And of those, we went through the rigorous process of selecting, and for about 14,000 of you were selected. So huge congratulations to you on being accepted. I know that Success just mentioned, the fact that Africa Educator is one of the big AU campaign ongoing. So I would like to highlight as well that of this current class, so I believe this is cohort 3, correct me if I'm wrong, of this cohort number 3, 80% of you are women. So congratulations to all the women in the room. And I'm sure that you will be able to be a part of our success story. And when I say our, I mean not just us, but Africa's success story. As you begin this journey, I would definitely encourage you to just put your head down and absorb, everything that is taught to you. To the extent that you need help, always feel free to raise your hand, reach out to your teachers or the mentors in the program. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask where the extra resources are, because that is really what would help stand you apart from the rest. And that is also what would allow you to really absorb and utilize everything that the program offers to be able to not only get jobs, but also secure a better future for yourself. I stand as a testament of one who went from definitely being non-computer savvy, non-tech savvy. I literally was that one finger typist, I would say. Started, being exposed to the computer in the later stage in life, but that really helped me, apply to colleges, apply to schools. And then when I got into schools, obviously integrate. And I feel like that really changed my whole life trajectory by just, being exposed to digital literacy. So I would definitely encourage you all to definitely seize this opportunity. Do not take it for granted. Reach out to ask for resources when you need it. And if you just want to have a chat with someone you feel like has gotten to a point that you would like to get to, literally, this is a program for it. And definitely interact with your class, because you just never know where, the support system may come from and what other opportunities there are in other African countries. Oh, sorry, I'm talking too fast. In other African countries that may, also help change your life trajectory. So on that note, I say welcome, and I say thank you to our partner, and thank you to the participants that raised your hand to say, I am ready to help change the face of Africa through through my own self-evolution. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ife. And well, I know that our coordinator will thank you for the work and for the collaboration that is going on between AU-CIEFFA and Impact Her. But I think that this has been a very fruitful journey so far. And as you mentioned, this is our third session, and hopefully we'll be able to mark a 5-year event. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. It just came to me now that would have a 5-year anniversary of this training, because I think we have been able to create a lot of impact. I'll just like to call on all the speakers to not be very fast so that we get the interpreters very well. Donc, je vais essayer de parler en français également pour ceux qui sont sur YouTube, parce que je sais que vous ne pouvez pas accéder à l'interprétation. Donc, je vais essayer de parler aussi en français. Je vais faire de mon mieux. À cet instant, je vais appeler la coordinatrice du Centre de l'Union africaine, le Centre international de l'Union africaine pour l'éducation des filles et des femmes en Afrique, Madame Simone Yanké. Elle va également donner des remarques d'ouverture. Madame Yanké,
Good
please,
morning,
you
good
have-
afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Est-ce que vous m'entendez?
Oui, nous vous
Okay.
entendons.
D'accord, okay. Dear Ife, I hope that you are well. Colleagues from Impact Health and AU-CIEFFA, dear participants. So, a success, I hope that the interpretation is very clear in English and French, because what I'm going to say here, I will start in French, then finish in English. I hope that sounds good. May I proceed?
That's okay.
All
Yes,
right.
you can
Donc,
proceed.
merci beaucoup à tout le monde, particulièrement à Ife, et également à toutes les équipes de l'UA-CIEFFA de Impact Her, et également à tous les participants anglophones, francophones, lusophones, arabophones également. Je voudrais dire que c'est une immense joie et une profonde gratitude avec laquelle je vous souhaite vraiment la bienvenue à cette nouvelle édition du programme de renforcement des capacités en ligne organisé donc par nos deux institutions, l'Union africaine CIEFFA, bien sûr, et Impact Her. L'année dernière, nous avons célébré la réussite de 1092 jeunes, majoritairement des femmes. Nous avons qui ont été sélectionnés parmi plus de 10 000 candidatures. Cette année, ce chiffre, tenez-vous bien, a été multiplié par 3. Donc, on a reçu 32 104 candidatures venues des 4 coins du continent et au-delà. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a même des non-africains qui ont postulé pour dire comment c'est important cette formation. Et ce chiffre donc, que je viens donc de vous donner témoigne non seulement de l'intérêt croissant pour ce programme, mais aussi de la soif d'apprentissage, d'autonomisation et la transformation qui anime notre jeunesse. Donc, ce programme est né d'un constat alarmant. Selon une étude publiée par Impact, selon une étude qui a été publiée par Impact Her. Un instant, je me perds un peu dans mes notes. Un instant. Donc, je disais tout à l'heure que Cette année, ce chiffre a été multiplié par 3, donc nous avons reçu 32 104 candidatures venues des 4 coins du continent et au-delà. Et ces chiffres témoignent non seulement de l'intérêt croissant pour ce programme, mais aussi de la soif d'apprentissage, d'autonomisation et de transformation qui anime notre jeunesse. Ce programme, donc, est né d'un constat alarmant et selon une étude publiée par Impact en juillet 2024, 60% des femmes et des filles interrogées n'avaient jamais reçu de formation en compétences numériques. Ce déficit est un frein à leur pleine participation à la vie économique, sociale et politique. C'est pour combler donc cette lacune que nous avons lancé ce programme et c'est pour amplifier son impact que nous la renouvelons aujourd'hui. Donc, au cours des prochaines semaines, pendant cette formation, vous serez donc amenés, vous serez formés aux compétences numériques, à la littératie financière et à l'entrepreneuriat, ce qui est très important pour l'éducation des filles et des femmes et particulièrement pour tous ceux qui travaillent déjà ou qui vont se lancer dans les activités communautaires en ce qui concerne l'éducation des filles et des femmes. C'est important pour vous d'avoir certaines de ces compétences. Pendant cette formation, vous serez sensibilisés aux enjeux de l'égalité du genre dans l'éducation et vous serez équipés pour devenir des actrices et des acteurs du changement dans vos communautés. I will now switch in English, saying that this edition builds on our unwavering commitment to inclusive, equitable, and transformative education. It also extends the African Union Year of Education, which reminds us that every young African deserves the tools to shape their own future. It is also part of our Africa Educate Her campaign, which seeks to mobilize decision makers, communities, and partners around a clear objective, which is to ensure that every African girl, regardless of her background or circumstances, has access to quality education and the skills needed to thrive and contribute fully to the continent's development. This program is a concrete illustration of that vision, turning our commitment into tangible actions. I wish to warmly thank, as I said in the beginning, Mrs. Ife Ukula, the founder of Impact Her, and her entire team for the unwavering dedication. I will not also forget, of course, the AU-CIEFFA team. Our partnership is living proof that when goodwill meets shared purpose, the results exceed expectations. To you, dear participant, I extend this invitation. Be curious, as Sife said, ask questions, be bold, and be united. Try also to strengthen your network. This program is an open door to new opportunities. Step through it with confidence. I wish all of us, I will say, fruitful training journey and success. I don't know if I should declare open this edition 2025.
Yes, please go ahead.
Then I declare officially open this edition for 2025. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madame Yankee, for those encouraging words. Merci beaucoup, Madame Yankee, pour ces mots encourageants. Je voulais juste dire que pour tous ceux qui ne comprennent pas l'anglais et ceux qui sont dans le Zoom, il y a l'interprétation. Si vous regardez en bas de votre écran, il y a l'interprétation. Vous pouvez choisir votre langue. Malheureusement, je ne peux pas parler en portugais pour ceux qui sont lusophones. but I can't speak in Portuguese for those who are Lusophone. But there's interpretation. So if there's any language, if you look at for those who are, it's only for those who are on Zoom. If you look at your screen down, there's interpretation. You can change to English or French or Portuguese. And this is just to ask every speaker from now who will be coming on to put on their video while speaking, and then you can put it off when you go off. I'll then call Madam Clementine Ozuko, who is the director of Impact Her. She's going to tell us what exactly is the online capacity building, what can you expect from this training, and how exactly the process is going to unfold. Clementine, you have the floor. Please put on your video. Thanks.
Thank you. Can you see me?
Yes, yes, we see you now.
Yeah, you can hear me as well.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Let me share my screen if I have access. Okay, I do have access. Can you see my full screen?
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you so much, Success. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Depending on where you're joining us from, of course. Good morning, good afternoon from where I am. My name is Clementina Uzoko. I'm a director at Impact Her. And just to also add my voice to welcoming all of us on this year's edition of the Africa Educate Her program. A bit of a background as to Impact Her for those of us here that is just hearing about the organization for the first time. I'm also trying to be slow for interpretation, so please let me give the prompt if I am speaking too fast. So Impact Her is an award-winning nonprofit organization that, is dedicated to supporting women entrepreneurs across Africa. We provide different kinds of support to women entrepreneurs in terms of digital transformation, capacity building, market linkages, access to finance, and then, of course, we also delve into advocacy as it pertains to uplifting women entrepreneurs generally on the continent. And this is just a bit of what we have done. So far, we have directly trained over 200,000 women entrepreneurs across 54 countries in Africa. And then building on one of programs like this, which is digital transformation, digital training for women entrepreneurs, we have trained over 89,000 of them, and African girls as well. On your right is basically the translation of these supports that we provide to women entrepreneurs in general. Now talking about the program, like Madam Yankee had said, and Ms. Effie had also mentioned, this is not our first cohort. We have been doing this since 2023. Did the first one in 2023, second 2024. So this is actually the third one we are doing. And this program is basically trying to bridge the gap, the gender gap in STEAM, financial literacy and entrepreneurship, right? As it affects the African continent. We are bringing together experts to, educate you on financial literacy, the importance of, being financially literate, the things that you can do to get better and be more financially aware and empowered. That is part of what the training is. And then the core, which is digital skills, also like Effie had mentioned during her welcome remarks as to how important it is, especially in today's generation. I know her example was from the time past, but you can then imagine several years after, the importance of digital skills has only just, tripled. And it's like something you can't really do without as it stands. Then the entrepreneurship prong as well, because we know that some of us are business owners trying to learn how to, better manage and also structure our businesses to yield more revenue in general. That's why we have the entrepreneurship prong to it. So for the program generally, I'm sure some of you will see that you're in a September cohort. We break it down into sub-cohorts, where we have the September cohort, we have October cohorts, and we have November cohorts, just so we are making sure that the learning process is as impactful as it should be. That's why we broke it down to, smaller numbers and smaller cohorts, and also to afford people the flexibility of choosing when they will be available and committed to the cohort that they decide to choose, which is for a 1 month learning period. This program, I know I'm speaking English, but this program is deployed both in English language, in French, and in Portuguese. This is to make sure that, everybody is properly carried along and no one is feeling, left out. We encourage people to learn in languages that they are most comfortable in, because that would also yield better understanding and better results as well. Just a snapshot of what we had done for the first cohort I mentioned, the first rodeo, which was in 2023. We had trained over 1,500. In 2024, we had trained over 1,000 as well. And then to this year's application, as mentioned, we received an overwhelming number of applications. Over 32,000 persons had applied, wanted to be part of this program. And out of the 32,000, we had shortlisted about 14,000 of you for the different cohorts. So once again, congratulations if you made the selection list to be part of this awesome and hopefully life-changing program for you. And this is me wishing all of us good luck with the program, and then also just leveraging on what every other person before me had said. Try to put your head to the ground, try to make the very best and most use of this opportunity. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Clementine, for presenting the program. I will not reiterate what she has already said, but I will say this. You would see that for every cohort, we have so many people that are applying, but it's not the same number of people, or there's so many people that that apply. There are many others that are chosen, but at the end of the day, not everyone completes. So if there's something that you have to take away from this, is that you have to do everything to attend every class, because at the end of the training, there will be certificates, but these certificates are given only after completing 80% of all classes. If you do not complete 80%, you will not receive a certificate. This is kind of like a disclaimer as well, because from experience, we have many people who would say that I attended the classes, I have not seen my certificate. But if you do not have a certificate after this, it means you did not complete the 80% of classes that are needed to get a certificate. And this 80% is automatically, it's calculated with the computer. We are not the ones who calculate it. As you log in, for every time you log in, Zoom registers your attendance, right? So all the time, Zoom registers your attendance. At the end, we calculate 80% of this attendance, then we are able to send in your certificates. So please, I am saying it one more time, please make sure you complete. Don't be the number of people who are left out at the end of the training. There are, and I think almost everybody here has been put into WhatsApp groups. All information and updates will be given on those WhatsApp groups. So please make sure you are always checking the WhatsApp groups. The program for the training will be given on the WhatsApp group. Okay, I see somebody saying that she wanted to join a WhatsApp group and it was full. All right, maybe you send us an email. There's an email was sent to you. Please reply that email and say that you tried to join the WhatsApp group and you were not able to, so that we can put you in another group. And I really hope that this information, I'll try to say it in French so that those in French can hear. For the Portuguese, well, we can also put it on the group. Donc, j'étais en train de dire que la formation pour avoir le certificat à la fin, parce qu'il y a un certificat, il faut avoir 80% de participation. Si vous n'avez pas 80%, vous n'aurez pas le certificat. Parce que par expérience, à la fin, il y a des gens qui nous disent que j'ai participé au cours, mais je n'ai pas eu mon certificat. Non, c'est pas possible parce que la participation est calculée par Zoom. Donc, ça veut dire que c'est automatique. C'est pas nous-mêmes qui calculons la participation, c'est Zoom qui calcule. Donc, si ça n'atteint pas 80%, vous n'aurez pas le certificat. Vous êtes dans les groupes WhatsApp, donc il faut régulièrement regarder les groupes parce que il y aura des informations que nous allons mettre sur les groupes. Ça veut dire toutes les informations, le programme de tous les cours, tout ça, on va tout mettre dans le groupe WhatsApp. Je pense que normalement, c'est 1 heure par jour et 5 jours par semaine. Je vais regarder encore parce que parfois ça change, ça dépend de l'année. Donc, vous regardez l'heure à laquelle votre groupe se passe et vous dégagez votre programme pour s'assurer que vous êtes là. Avant de continuer, before continuing, we would thank you very much. I see like somebody is translating what I'm saying on the chat for the Portuguese speakers. I don't know if somebody can also put it on YouTube as well, for those who are on YouTube to just understand, especially for those speaking Portuguese. Now, I want us to watch is a 1-minute video, right, of some of the testimonies or testimonials that we received from last year. And then we'll be back in exactly 1 minute. And I hope this time the sound will not be an issue. Let me share my screen.
Secrets your mouth about the things going on in your area. They say you're too weak, too vain to care. They say your bills too high, your skills too low for you to know. Well, that's just what they say. But who is this every tender? If you got anger, tell me who is this Nigeria? Do we know, do we know, do we know? Oh, do we know? Got a future and a dream. Future and a dream. It's more than what your eyes can see. Your eyes can see. Transparent like destiny.
Okay, so those are some of the testimonials. Those are, I mean, like, there's like 1/100th of some of the testimonies that we have received from people who have taken this training. So I would like to encourage you that as you're taking the training, please write to us. Tell us how it's going to help you. Tell us how it's helping you. Tell us how you're receiving it. Let me stop my screen. I'll just like to ask from my colleagues from Impacta if there's any information from your side. If not, we'll be closing here, but just a few closing remarks. As I said earlier, not everybody who starts finishes, but don't be that person that does not finish. Start and finish, right? Use the knowledge wisely. This is something that many people have used. They have made their businesses better. They have made their activities better. Take every class seriously and use the knowledge wisely. Ask questions, interact. When the teachers are teaching, ask different questions, interact, give your comments, and it makes it more interesting. Use the WhatsApp group professionally, please. Do not send things that are not related to this training on the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp, as I said, will be used for information and every other thing till we get to the end of the training. So keep your ears on the WhatsApp all the time, but use it professionally. And no, attendance, I don't know. I'm just saying attendance does not start from today. Attendance starts from the training itself. And the program for all the trainings, because there are many groups, I think we're training thousands of people for this, and each group has their times for training. So go on your WhatsApp group, they'll send the training, they'll send the link for the Zoom. Now, some people always say they don't have access to Zoom. Please, all the training takes place on Zoom. Make sure you have the Zoom app, make sure you have internet. Now, some people usually ask if we are giving internet for them. No, we are giving you a phone, a laptop, a tablet where you are able to take this training. And you are to sponsor yourself in terms of connection. Make sure you have connection. It's a 1-hour training every day. It's 1 hour for 1 month. As earlier stated, we have 3 cohorts. We have the September cohort, we have the October cohort, and we have the November cohort. Now, if you feel like you were put in probably the November cohort and you prefer the September cohort, go on the group and write it, or you can check in any of the admins if you don't have access to the group, any of the admins, and say, I prefer to be in the November cohort or in this cohort, and you will be transferred to that cohort. Now, for the group, sometimes we will open it for people to interact. Sometimes we will close it so that if we have important information, everybody hears the information, everybody gets the information, and there's not too much, things. But sometimes we will open the group so that you can give your comments, you can give your questions, but I'm just saying now that sometimes also we are going to close these groups. I think that is all. If there's any other information that we have not given on this platform, we will give it on the groups. So I'll just call on all those who are speakers on the call. Eric, you will help us with a group picture, right? So everybody should turn on their videos. I'm sure I didn't introduce myself at the beginning, so I'll introduce myself at the end. I am called Success Barbara. I'm originally from Cameroon, but working in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, which is the headquarters of the African Union International Center for Girls and Women's Education. and I have a couple of my colleagues here, but I mean, we can't introduce everyone else on the call as we are way beyond our time. This meeting had to take 30 minutes, but we are at 50 minutes, and I'm sure we have other engagements. So I'll just call on everybody who is a speaker on this call to turn on their videos while we take a group call, a group picture, and it will be the end. Oh, I don't know if my video. Colleagues, if you hear me, can you turn on your videos, please? Eric, you help us to get the group picture, and when it's done, please let us know. Eric, c'est bon? Eric, do you hear me?
He said it's okay.
Okay.
From what I
All
heard
right.
from you.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I know I see a lot of hands raised on the call. So please, we will open as I said, we'll open the WhatsApp groups for comments and questions shortly. So you can, because those on WhatsApp as well are not able to talk, right? So you can send your comments and questions on the WhatsApp group, and we will respond to them. We'll try our best to respond to them. And no, we are not giving laptops or tablets. That is on your own charge. I'm just picking some of the comments that are popping up on my screen. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending, and really good luck on your training, and see you later. Thanks. Bye, and have a good evening, morning, day, afternoon. Bye.
Thank you, Success. Bye.